Season will begin at the 25-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. That's a gain of 5.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Wentz. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he presents, because he feels pressure so well. He's got a great 6th sense, maybe even a 7th and 8th. He knows where the pressure's coming from. He knows how to slide away from it, sometimes run away from it, and then he finds good throwing lanes to deliver downfield. So to me, it's that pressure inside, big, tall guys to make him try and throw over them and make his height work against him.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, here's Love. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game. On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 29-yard
Myers' kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Working from the gun, Wentz. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The one thing you always like about Quandre Diggs is his ability to bring his cornerback build and skills to the safety position. Had a career-high 5 interceptions to lead the Seahawks in 2020, where he was a first-time Pro Bowler. I love the way he plays in the secondary.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Love. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Julian Blackmon bringing him down. From the 41, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kenny Moore. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 40, past the 20, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, it's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. I think this is a free play for Wilson. Now he steps away, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 10, Colts 7.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Taylor. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Wentz now to throw. Buying time to his left. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And now it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
56, the mock boys, 56, check 56. 14, 82, 14.
Now Wentz on third down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Darrell Taylor in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll boot it away from about his 35.
Let's go, let's do it.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 33 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, Colts 7.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wentz looking for Campbell downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defense.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Wilson down around his goal line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 18 more yards there and another first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Corey Willis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Looking deep for Hilton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DJ Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Running to start the drive is Love. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Love. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback.
He's got a man, complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Wentz to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know,
that's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a give running right is Love. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Now Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. Shotgun handoff now for Love. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 24. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Darrell Taylor able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. 54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets him 40. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock.
And this is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Rodgers on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Wentz. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Colts on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground, it's Love. Space to run past the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Bryce Love, 31 yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the way? And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks 52, Colts 7. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sidney Jones. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Love. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Love again. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz steps away. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Ryan Neal right there that time in coverage.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the slant.
Now a give, right side. It's Love. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's get in there now. Mike's by 4. I'm trying to collect.
Throwing is Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up